Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Platinum Rank Standard we're playing Dimir Flash. This deck was a lot of fun to kind of tweak and figure out today, and I really like where we ended up. When I was looking at what Dimir decks we might play today, I think the best one available, apparently, on stats-wise, is Dimir Rats, and I just couldn't really be bothered to play Rats. It does not excite me, but I was thinking, we have Enduring Curiosity now, and it's basically another Gix, and I always kind of had a soft spot for the Flyers package into Gix, so why don't we give that a go? And it's much better today than it was a year ago for two main reasons. Number one, there's not as much Sheldred around as there was a year ago because you don't need Sheldred to beat Mono Red because Mono Red doesn't have Burn. So that's kind of nice. Now you can draw all these cards and not just get absolutely obliterated by Sheldred every match because there's really not anywhere near as much Sheldred as there used to be. And the second thing that is much better today is that Fairy Mastermind is probably at its best today than it's ever been. This card, I realized, I think it had at least some success, maybe significant success in pro play and best of three. I don't know, maybe someone could leave a comment. I think that's true. But in standard, this card just always got obliterated. 2-mana, 2/1, just got smoked by Mono Red, and the drawing extra cards against Sheldred was terrible. It just was too little for everything. And it's much better now because there are a lot of decks that really go over the top with their draw power, including the White Tokens deck that wants to draw extra cards every turn when a token enters, and all the Beanstalk decks that want to draw extra cards. So this card's really good at neutralizing the advantages from those decks, and also is not getting penalized as much by Sheldred. So this deck is a lot better than it was a year ago. In terms of construction, I fiddled with a number of different things. I fiddled with how many Gixes and how many Curiosities to have, and this looks like a lot to you, but I found that without them, the deck felt underpowered and would get overwhelmed by basically decks going over the top and doing anything superior to going 1-for-1. I found it not that's not enough. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I found it not good enough to just go 1-for-1 with the opponent. If you did not have the card draw, eventually they would have a mechanism to get ahead and you wouldn't never yet. So I ended up erring on the side of having all of the Gixes and all of the Curiosities, because the reality is, if you slam a unblockable flyer on turns 1 and or 2, and you slam Gix and you get in a single hit, like, you're off to the races. You're gonna put some pressure on the opponent, and you're gonna have a lot of counter spells and removal to back it up. So totally happy with this configuration. I ended up upping it all the way to 4 Gixes and 4 Enduring Curiosities. And then we have the counterspell of choice, Spell Stutter. It is the best counterspell in the format if you're willing to play Faeries. It's really good. We don't even run that many Faeries. I wasn't even trying to run Faeries. The only Fairy I intentionally ran was the Fairy Dream Thief over the, what's that little Spyglass Siren? Like, I don't even know if the map token is necessarily that much better than a free Surveil. They're probably similar in power level, but they're almost identical. And the Fairy just allows you to that much more easily power up the Spell Stutter. And let me tell you, a 2-mana counterspell where the opponent has to pay 3 instead of 2 is a lot better. First off, nobody expects it. Everyone maybe plays, I only play around 2 mana for the most part, unless I think they have white and blue and they might have no more lies, then I think about 3. But for the most part, I'm only playing around counterspells that require you to pay 2 extra, and 3 extra is a lot. And if you have 2 Fairies out, which is not that hard, 4 extra is almost unbeatable. Like, there's very few people that are going to have 4 extra mana laying around. So this is a fantastic counterspell, and it doesn't take that much in the deck. I already wanted to be running a 1-drop flyer, and this is comparable, if not better, than the Siren, and also comes with the upside. You can pay 3, exile it, draw a card. And Mastermind is also really good right now, so totally happy with this package. Base case, it's as good as Phantom Interference as far as I'm concerned, and then the upside is pretty significant. Just 2 into the Flood Maws. You had to cut something for the Gixes, and so there's a little less mono red protection, but we still got 4 Anoint with Afflictions and 2 Go for the Throats for a little more flexibility. Malcolm is an all-star. I mean, this card is ridiculously good. I don't feel the need to play even more Fairies. You could look at the Picklock Prankster. I don't think you need it here. Yeah, I think it's the only other 2-drop worth. Oh, there's also the Plume Creed Escort, which could give something hexproof. I think the Malcolm is just so damn good. It's a flash flyer, 2-mana, 2/1, flash 1 flyer. Whenever it attacks and deals damage, you draw discards. So you're filtering into the lands you need, or the cards you need, or the counterspells you need. And then if you have duplicates of the legendary creature, you just discard the duplicate. And then, if they do not answer it all game, because a lot of decks that are with the color red just refuse to play removal, they only play pump spells, and you get to 4 chorus counters, then when you discard a card, you cast it for free. And then it's kind of ridiculous, and you should not get to pull that off that often, except for the fact that red doesn't play removal. So you actually can very reasonably stack all 4 chorus counters on this card. I think that's about it. We got Archive Resurrected on top for some counter magic and more removal. It's very flexible, and only 2 copies at 3 steps ahead, because again, I had to figure out where to cut cards, and like I said, going 1 for 1 did not feel like it was enough. I think you have to be getting ahead with Gix and or Enduring Curiosity, otherwise the deck falls flat. The power level just isn't there. But if you can get in early, get in underneath, almost everything is flash on your opponent's turn except for Gix, then you can really just punish some of these decks that go over the top and still hang with mid-range and aggro decks if you have enough removal. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play with triple Darkslick Shores. I like it. Fastland Dream Thief. Got the Counterspell, got the Curiosity. Oh, that's great. Let's go. Perfect hand. What else could you want? Boros, probably Domain. No, Lightning Helix. I don't know what that is actually. I feel like I've seen this once recently, and it was also discarded. I don't know if I've seen anyone cast it. Tap land. Okay, I mean, I think we just slam Gix. Go to town. We don't have to counter like a... I forget, the 3-mana enchantment that sweeps all the 1 and 2 drops. Lockdown. Something lockdown? Temporary lockdown. Boros tokens, I guess. Maybe? I mean, we'll save Spell Stutter for turn 5. Other than that, I don't think I'm too worried about it. Manual tap's coming out. It's a Carrot Cake. That can chump the Gix if we don't draw a little removal spell here. 1 to the bottom, that's what I like to see. And they got something else here. What else you got for 1 mana? Dusk Rose. You can sack, let's see. 1 mana, sack an artifact creature, ward 2, and it enters exile target artifact creature opponent control until it is battlefield. Alright. Dang. You got it. So I think we just flash in the Curiosity now. Just to get the card draw. We're still turned away from Sunfall. But we'll be a little bit more careful next turn. Let's see how this goes. 4th land for Mirrex. I wonder what removal. I guess they have Get Lost, but not the white lay down farmhands. Lay down arms. I always forget what that's called. Lightning Helix for 3. Okay, dead. Comes back as an enchantment. It's not bad. We keep our draw power. Like, really not too worried about that. Take 2. You got it. Okay, we'll begin with a draw. Attack for 1 in the air. Yeah, Curiosity doing its thing. They're reading it. You got an answer to that? We'll counter it and still have mana for Malcolm. No. Do not approve. Countered. Give me that draw. Alright, more land. Cool, we'll do Malcolm on their turn, unless we have to counter something. But I doubt those Sunfall. Ooh, that's kind of like unanswerable for us, right? I think we have to counter that. I don't think we can let that one go. And we keep the draw power. The race continues. It's more freaking land. Okay. Attack. Draw. Come on. Oh my god, you asshole. You asshole of a deck. Come on, baby. So we can do this and Malcolm. Oh, come on. There's nothing we can do about that. Oh, they got the draw engine online? That's not good. Level up. Copy. We just can't stop it, though. Alright, everyone's got their draw engines. It's rabbits versus... 1-1 rabbits versus 1-1 flyers. We're at to hit the 5th land. So we kind of want more counters for the Sunfall. We're not going to block with our 2-1. So we eat it. Down to 13. Here comes a Mirrex token. Here comes a Malcolm. Get at least 2 draws. Another Enduring Curiosity. How do we feel about that? We have a really good chance to draw into a counterspell for the Sunfall. I think it's worth going for here. We can attack first. We're about to get a ton of draws, though. They should block the 1-1, you'd think. If they don't, I mean, it's 2 more draws for us, so it's big. Mirrex token's not getting any better. At some point, they pump up the 1-1s, and they're all bigger. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You just take the block there. So here we come. All right, let's do all the things. We get a lot of draws here. We're looking for a counterspell for Sunfall. That's a counterspell. Fantastic. Oh, baby. Let's reload. Let's reload. Oh, my goodness gracious. We can discard a swamp, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. More blue is just fine, I guess. And, yeah, I think we just hold 3 steps ahead. I mean, Spell Stutter is what? We'd have 2 fairies. That's pretty good. Maybe you actually drop the Dream Thief here and hold Spell Stutter. Hopefully that's not too greedy. I mean, sure. I guess. It's better than a land. I don't know. Maybe we should try to dig for more counterspells. So, I don't want to get Elspeth smited, so we just let this go. I mean, we're in a strong position right now. Maybe they stack it to draw, but we're ready for this Sunfall. Aha. Well, we cannot counter that. We have 2 fairies, and they can pay 4, so they're going to take someone here. Alright, that's not a big deal. That is a bigger deal. We definitely counter that guy. And they have to pay 4. And they're out of red, so we're not going to see that again this turn. Hopefully. Even if they pick off one of the Dream Thieves. It's a minimum of 2, plus 1 for each additional fairy. Yeah, goodbye Pyroclasm. High Noon, what is that? Oh my god. Sack it 5 damage to any target. Each player can cast them more than 1 spell each turn. Oh no. Very well. I think we still drop Gix before combat, although, I don't know how many draws we take. Only 1 counterspell per turn. That's interesting. It's almost unnecessary. Do we really need to draw? Can we choose? Maybe I should have ordered the triggers differently. I'll at least take 1. I'll take 1 more. How many do we need though, right? I'll take 1 more. Come on. We got so much land. Alright, then we just draw all the rest of the cards. Only 1 spell per turn though. It's very interesting. Alright, that's pretty ridiculous. Get rid of the Pain land, I guess. We already played land for turn. Okay. Pain land can go. Probably one of the Anoint with Afflictions can go. Into the Flood Moss seems good. Everything else seems good. Get rid of a basic island. Thank you. Carrot Cake is the last card. We could just hard counter it, right? Is that crazy? I guess it's crazy, right? Because we need that for the Sunfall still. We don't have any other counters. They'll draw a card though, right? When that goes on the stack. So I guess we'll Fairy Mastermind here. Unless we need to save the counter for the next Pyroclasm, which is sorcery speed. So I guess you wait for that. It's not an option to let them draw into Pyroclasm. That's too much. 1 to the bottom. Okay. Again, we could Fairy Mastermind. We really don't need more cards, though, at this point. So we just hold the counter for Pyroclasm. My turn. Okay. So we could make the Murex token for 4. But we can only cast 1 spell per turn. So in terms of damage potential, it's really dropping the next Fairy Mastermind puts out the most damage here, I think. So let's do it. We still have open the counter shield, although we can't cast more than 1 card per turn, apparently. Okay. We got 30 cards left. Taking out a blocker doesn't really do much. So I think we're just attacking normally. Again, we're bottlenecked on 1 spell per turn. Get in there. Sure. They want to triple block Gix, that's okay with me. They draw the card. We could bounce the Caretaker's Talent. I just don't think that's where we need to be. I think we're just holding the counterspell. I don't know if... Yeah, I mean, they get the draw, but so do we, right? Actually, that'll be their first draw this turn. Yeah, it's okay still. It's okay. They're just going to block Gix no matter what. It's not a big deal. So if they level up, they have 9 damage. Get lost there. Do we care about that? I mean, this turn, I think we want to actually spend our mana killing one of their creatures. And this gives us a weird way to use the map tokens as well. Yeah, I don't think that's a big deal. I think we just let this go. We have so many cards. Doesn't matter. Okay, well that takes away the threat of lethal. So pretty happy with all this. Still drawing an absurd number of cards. I don't think we're drawing any off of Gix at this point. Let's just decline these first 3. I think we're good. Decline, decline, decline. We'll just take the Enduring Curiosity draws, and that should be more than enough. Great. I doubt they have any big creatures, but we kind of want to spend one spell this turn, so I guess we'll Flood Maul one of these guys. And we can flood another next turn. We also want to use these map tokens if we can. Should spread it out on the flyers, I guess. Lightning Helix would be... Yeah, we want the counterspell on top. We'll take that. Alright, let's end here. Now, what if we Gix here, actually? I always forget that you can do that. We can bin a land, I suppose. Discard X card. At the top card of opponent's library. You may play lands, cast spells, but we're stuck on paying one card per turn. I do forget that Gix has that extra mode in it. Take one, sure. We have the counter for Sunfall. It's fine. Or Pyroclasm, whatever it is. My turn. Do they have anything for instant speed? We could just do nothing here. I think that's fine with me. Let's do nothing. We have 8 damage right now. We could have forced lethal, but we have all the counter spells, so it's not a big deal. Map token. Try to get you out of Helix range, I guess. Maybe just spread it out a bit. I guess they're also bottlenecked on 1 spell per turn. I don't think I was thinking through that part as much. It's fine. Get him. Decline. Don't need all these cards. If they Jace us, that'd be funny. But again, we have the counterspell, so it's not a big deal. Alright. In terms of things we'd want to cast this turn, I mean, we can just hold both counters, right? I think there's no reason to do anything other than that. Hold both 3 steps ahead. Oh shit. Hold on. I didn't think about that. Hold on a second. Do they have one more of those? Wait. I don't think there's anything we can do to counter an activated ability. Drop to 2? In that case, I definitely want to bounce this token. Down to 2. Hold on a second. Dream Thief can probably go. Anoint can probably go. Another Anoint can probably go. We'll go for the Throat. No, maybe we need that. Let's ban the Mastermind, I guess. I really don't want to lose from here. We have the counterspell. They can only cast one... Oh, they can cast multiple spells per turn now? Okay. Whew. I don't know. Hold on. I forgot they could sack that thing. That was a little bit dicey. Maybe they could have sacked it and then cast multiple spells per turn and, I don't know, somehow gotten through 2 counterspells of us? That would have been a lot to ask. That was a weird game, though. On the play, we definitely keep this. We got all the etchings of a good opening hand. Guess we'll hold open the Flood Maul. Although probably will choose not to do it on 1, even versus red. Okay. We don't know what this is yet. But Malcolm's really good if we can get it down. Okay. Let's see if they want to pump it. You want to go for it? No, I'll take 1. Let's get Malcolm down. Hit more land. Auto pay. Down to 17. A little scary. So they are Grixis aggro. Ay. I feel like I'm just seeing the absolute wildest decks today. I don't know why. Okay, I want that land pretty badly. Nothing to do before combat. Let's get in there. Maybe we bend the Mastermind. Oh, they got removal. No? To damage? Alright, draw discard. Land is good. Mastermind is playable if they don't do anything. We could drop Urtai Resurrected. It's a good card. And puts on more pressure. But in terms of what we're able to do here, we can get rid of 1 Flood Maul. We don't even know if they have pump spells. I guess maybe 1 Flood Maul is actually a little bit better. We hit that 3rd land drop. We end here. We hold all the goodies. We got a counter spell. We got a bounce spell that could pair with a creature or a removal spell. We got lots of options. Cool. Move to attackers. I got nothing to do. I'll take 1 if you want. It's a pump spell. I will attempt to go for the Throat, and then we hold the bounce as well. Let's see how this goes. It's hexproof. I will try to bounce it. Let's see what that last card is. Nothing. Good. Very good. If we hit land, we can hold Urtai Resurrected, and then we really start to bury them in pressure, I think. I don't know what we'd counter, though. So they're running a Shore Up with a tap land in their aggro deck. Okay, let's start with the land I wanted to see. So I guess we attack here first, see if we can do a bit better. We might bend the Mastermind. Another fast land. Okay, I'll bend that, I think. So it's just the counter spell here. Or the Mastermind, or draw discard. Sleight of hand, sure. That's interesting. I mean, they really have a mishmash here. I think we're holding on for a decent counter. And we could just slam the Mastermind as another attacker. Do you counter that? I think you could. I mean, they're going to get the Prowess trigger regardless. It's definitely not great. I mean, next turn we have Urtai Resurrected. It's definitely not great. It's a lot of damage. So countering this just saves us 3 damage. But we can Urtai Resurrected next turn. I think it's fine. I think it's better than the draw 2. It only saves us 2 damage. 3 mana spell to gain 2 life. Doesn't feel that good. They still get the Prowess trigger. Let's see if they have another one. We are all tapped out. Down to 13. Alright. We'll keep draw discarding. Get rid of the backup Malcolm. Even scoreboard. We'll see if they have another Shore Up. That's a good card. End here. So do we go for the Urtai Resurrected? With Curiosity? I mean, I guess they run 4 Shore Up. Why else would you play blue? That's the whole bit. I don't think we need to counter that per se. I think we can wait for the Urtai Resurrected. Let's see if they want to pump. That's it? Okay. I think we flash in the Curiosity here then. Take double draws and hold Urtai Resurrected. Could be enough to get out of this. Also, Malcolm's coming up on that 4th trigger. Okay. Can they kill Malcolm here? Do you also have space for shock? They bounce you. How good is countering this thing? We're going to draw 2. We can't do a whole lot with it. I don't know how big a deal that is. I think I want to cast the Urtai for free, right? We can just cast Urtai for free. I think you let this go. Because it comes back. Well, it returns to the hand. I mean, we could just recast it here. I guess we should recast it here. To get that extra draw, we get Urtai for free anyway. I think that's fine. Alright, so we at least get the draw. We'll bin a Urtai Resurrected. Yes, for free. And I guess we're taking out the Challenger here. We draw a card, we'll play a land. It's looking okay. That Malcolm stacked to 4 is a big deal. If they don't run any shock, I guess we just run it back. Is it exactly 4? 4 or more. No, we get to run it back next turn. Another free Urtai. It's quite a lot. And we'll just block with this one. Yeah, we just block here. It's fine. A single pump spell and they kill it, but it's legendary, so yeah, it's fine. I mean, the only downside is we don't pump through 3 extra points of damage this turn. But assuming they don't kill Malcolm, and I don't think they will, because I don't think they have space for pump spells. Let's see if they have trample. Otherwise, totally happy with that decision. Okay, let's get in there. Bounce you. We could counter it, I guess. And then, you know, get another free. It's not that good. It's okay. I'm kind of okay with this. It's a little bit sus. Counter target spell. Counter the bounce. Yeah. They draw a card. But we keep the Malcolm. So now we get something for free here. Down to 4. Draw, draw. Malcolm. What can we discard? Not a whole lot, I guess. Alright, I guess it's just you. And cast you for free off the Malcolm. Which is pretty nuts. And we can cast both the Fairy Dream Thieves, which is also pretty good. Don't need more land. Yeah, it's good. It's great. We got 4 blockers. Opponent at 4. I mean, technically, they could pump Swift Spirit to the moon and fling it and win this game with Monstrous Rage. It's not even impossible, but otherwise, I think we've played pretty well, and Malcolm has put in work. The opponent not running any removal. Good game. Looks like that's it. Good game. Kudos to you for doing something different. I haven't seen Grixis aggro before. On the play, we keep this. No one drop, but that's alright. Leyline. Okay, well, Annoyance gonna have to carry some weight here. Ooh, oh baby. It's the Izzet Leyline. Mockingbird on 1. Goodness gracious, what is the mana value of that card? Yeah, I guess we hold up an Annoyant. I don't know if it's being played here. I'll take 1. Is that it? Okay. We can flash in the Mastermind here. Maybe they have Hexproof. Maybe they're on 4 copies of, I don't know, that instant shell +1/+1. Might have the Meek. Is it a mouse? No, it's a bird. They just want that little bit of card draw. Okay. It's not that little. It's double off the leyline. They run it back. Take the fall. Draw a card. Wow. Okay. Well, they've completely overcome the leyline issue, but they could have done that in response to a removal spell anyway. They could have just gotten their draw 4. Do you think they run counterspells? They're going to have a creature anyway. I don't know if they would run a counterspell. I think we just end here and wait a bit. They only did 1 damage per turn. Is that green? Holy shit, they're Dimir aggro? What the frick is going on here? 1 damage? Okay, sure. Ivy. Okay, yeah, that seems counterable. If we're gonna counter it, I guess we 3 steps ahead it. It's a little more mana efficient, unless we really want something else, but I think that's fine. Counter target spell for 3. They got the 1 mana spell stutter. No, get out of here. Fast land. Looks like it's just you this turn. We press on. That turn 2 draw 4. That was quite the sequence. Well, this is kind of cool. I actually have much more respect for this now. Ivy plus Leyline plus Mockingbird. Well, I don't know about Mockingbird, but yeah, just copy all this stuff. Rot Priest. Holy moly. We can't spell stutter you because you have 3 to pay, so we have to deal with you the old-fashioned way. Rot Priest still in standard. What a game. What a meta. Rot Priest again. We can counter this one. So let's do that. Unless they pick off the Mastermind. That's kind of interesting. But they don't really have a room for removal, do they? I'll be shocked if they can fit in removal with all their pump spells. Like, they're just Leyline Rot Priest. Gleeful Ivy. Like, it's a cool deck. I like it. Alright, I think we are trying to pick off the Rot Priest. If they counter it here, we can anoint on our turn, but it's kind of got to be done. It has always been and continues to be a lethal threat. Let's see if they have Shore Up. They do. There's a poison counter. There's a copy. Ay. Oh my god. I mean, I kind of want to play this deck because it's so ridiculous, but god, is it ridiculous. Okay, 3 poison. We try again on our turn. We could do it on their turn. Unless they really have green. They could have another green hexproof. I guess it's almost not worth it, right? It's just... it's too much to risk. See if they have the next shore up. Damn. Or maybe they just want to target, get the targets off while they can. Draw a card. Now we do get the Mastermind trigger, we should, right? But they get it a lot more. That's tough. We're keeping the Mastermind, we're not trading it. Because it's kind of keeping us in the game versus this absurd card draw, but it's definitely not doing amazing. They're basically going way over the top of whatever we can muster here. My turn. Do we draw a discard? We could. I don't know why they're doing nothing. I'll go for it. We kind of need a bit more gas here. Maybe it's all hexproof in hand, maybe it's more draw spells. Bin the fast lands. Keep the outclassed counterspell, draw another land. Brutal. Not ideal. We can take a Mastermind draw ourselves on their turn, I guess. Okay, we cannot counter that. They just squeak under. It's probably no blocks. I don't know how much they're going to pump this thing up. It's probably no blocks. We need this Mastermind. Take 2 down to 14. Alright, we do the draw thing. Everyone draws. It's their second card each turn, so we draw again. Floodmaw's relevant versus what they're doing. Curiosity's not bad. I don't think we're bouncing anything now, especially not the Mockingbird. Okay, I guess we anoint the Mockingbird and get in with the cat. That's where we're at here. Let's see how that goes. Still hold open the Floodmaw. To let it go. Nice. Alright. Let's get in there. We attempt this. We have open blue for the Floodmaw. Okay, are we in the game? We're kind of in the game. They've vastly outdrawn us. But I'm not feeling terrible. Let's see how this next turn goes. We do have the single Floodmaw to bounce. This is only until end of turn, right? Until end of turn. Is this worth bouncing now? Kind of. Look at the prowess trigger, but they probably won't have anything to play. And they could get a lot to play. Let's go for it. Easy bounce. No stick. No hexproof. No draws. Oh, they can target our stuff? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Draw a card. So I guess we need to wait for that to target first. Damn. Yeah, we're getting absolutely clowned this game. Target creature can't be blocked. Draw a card. Why not? Is this only when you target your own cards? Targets only a single creature you control. They can just spam our stuff. That's hilarious. Wow. They're out of red, though. I don't know if they meant to do that or not, but it looks like the challenger's maybe not coming down this turn. Okay. I mean, they're getting low here. I'm not hating how this is going. Lots of Masterminds. Let's get them. Drop to 6. 2 Masterminds on the way. And draw 2 cards. Hoi oi oi. Gix is never bad. We can still flash in all the things. Sure, let's drop it. Drop the hammer. The game goes on. Felt like we were getting clowned. I still think we basically got clowned. We're at 5 poison. They continue to, I mean, yeah, I think you let that go. It's fine. Maybe we'll get a spell stutter target. We only have 1 fairy, so it's going to be 3 mana to pay through. Challenger, we can't counter. Although if we do it here, they'd have to use up basically all their mana for the turn, right? That's kind of interesting. They might not have another creature. Could be more effective than anything else, actually. Let's see if they want to pay for it. They have to pay 3. That's almost all their mana for the rest of the turn. They let it go. They got 4 mana left. Let's see if another creature. Another land. Alright. Challenger part 2. Sure. I mean, they're down to 5. They scoop. Alright, well, this deck was wild. I think I'd like to try this out. Who knows how consistent it is with the double red ley line. But obviously, some absurd plays there for sure. On the play, looks really good here. We keep this. Dichotomy. On the fast land. Oh, hello. Hi. Well, do we need more land? It doesn't hurt, for sure. You have the counterspell next turn. It's okay. It's not amazing, though. I think let's not take it right now. I would prefer more interaction to more land. A lot of our deck is very cheap. Okay, so it's that deck. Cool. We hold open all the stuff. We could counter something. We could remove something, which probably won't happen. We might just cast the Mastermind this turn. Up the Beanstalk. So if we Mastermind now, we get to draw as well. I think that's pretty good. We won't be able to answer this again, though. We do have the counters for stuff. I think we'll take the draw. Alright, we're in it together, buddy. And we hold the hard counter as well. We have multiple hard counters. I don't think this is looking too shabby for us. Get him. So Spell Stutter is going to be pay 4. That's going to be really strong. We both draw. Do we need to counter it? The thing is, it almost doesn't. I guess it helps ramp them. So I guess a spell starter is really good. But maybe we need 3 steps ahead for a binding. So yeah, we'll counter this, I guess. I think so. Is there a reason I shouldn't? Is it uncounterable? It always gives me the heebie-jeebies when it says that. I think it's good to counter. I'm sure. Yeah, I want to counter this thing. Why are you trying to make me not counter that thing? Oh, fuck. They have the Cavernous Souls. God damn it. It's like, why is that highlighted? I missed that. Well, that was a whiff. We try again next turn. We can hold the counter spell. So we probably can drop a Dream Thief here. They're down to 13. That is probably not so relevant against them. But everything else is looking okay. Yeah, pretty embarrassing. Yeah, Cavern of Souls, Avatar. Nope. We'll definitely counter you 3 steps ahead. Counter target spell. Always 3 steps ahead. And we each draw off the Mastermind, putting in work here. More land. We have the Urtai resurrected for next turn. I don't know if they're going to get out of this one. We are hitting them hard here. 2 heavy weights to the counterspell, though. Down to 9. We hold Urtai resurrected. Looks okay. Every Beanstalk draws us into more counterspells. They surveil. Avatar does not save Atraxa. What can they do at instant speed? I guess just binding? So we'll put Malcolm down here. That's fine. They can binding the Mastermind. Okay, that's fine. Mountain. Continue to press ahead. When it drops to 6, we hold the Urtai resurrected. Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay. Chase. So if they plus here, I mean, we have lethal currently, so I guess you counter that. It's just a question of do they have like temporary lockdown, honestly. It's probably something else to be mindful of, so maybe we don't give it one more turn just to play around temporary lockdown. I think that's pretty reasonable. No, can this be white? No, it can't be white, can it? Alright, well if it can't be white, actually I think we go for this and try to push for lethal here. Counter target spell. You can draw a card. We each draw a card. Everyone's drawn cards. Hard counter in hand, but we're 1 mana short. And pending, we can kill you. They scoop. Yeah, we just got, oof, just slipping in there early. Yeah, Cavernous Souls, mistake, not so impressive, but it happens. On the play, we keep this. Chill with the mulligan. Get the fairy down into the spell stutter. We got all the card draw. I mean, yeah, if we're gonna play everything out, it's fine for now. Curve right into Curiosity on the play. Duress. Non-creature. I guess you're taking spell stutter. Okay. Nothing to do on 2. We'll try to Gix next turn. They better have removal all the way down. Still slam Gix here. I mean, there's a chance they don't have it. They must almost certainly have something, but just gotta get it done. Alright. And then we can flash in Curiosity on their turn. We don't have to do it now. Yeah. It's tough. Should we try? I didn't see a whole lot of stick there. Let's try. Now they have stick. They got a counterspell. Phantom Interference. They do. All right. I still think worth it. I saw no stick on the attack, so I think it's fair to try that out. But now all of our draw engines are gone. Land's still fine here. We might 3 steps ahead to draw discard unless we really have to counter whatever this is. But we have a lot of draw engines in the deck, and we kind of need to get some more since all of ours have been thwarted initially. They are stuck on land. All right, let's take the discard here. Auto pay. Lands can go. Not it, man. Definitely not it here. Not what you want to see. I think we'll keep playing out the land. If they I mean, they're not going to kill the Dream Thief, but if for some reason they did... No, stop. I don't want any more land. Come on. Okay, we slam this. They kill it again. Or counter it. I guess it's another go for the throat type thing. Get in for 2. We have the Spell Stutter. Oh, baby. You're done. That's game. Aha! A single cut down. Still not looking bad for us. Down to 14. Take the draw. Yes, take the action. Okay, next turn can get the Mastermind in. Can exile the Dream Thief. They're stuck on land, though. Okay. I think we got him here. Let's see if they kill Gix. Mockingbird for X equals 1. Copy the Dream Thief. Okay. Urtai Resurrected hits the bin. We begin with our own, in case we need a counter for, you know, a cut down or something. I don't know. This is fine with me. We have plenty of land and mana at this point. They're going to cut you down. That's okay. We can't really do anything to respond. We'll still attack with Gix. It's a good card in general. Let's see if they'll let us in. Nope, they take the block. Okay. So we will flash in the Mastermind and the Malcolm. Okay. Here they come. This thing has Death Touch. I guess we don't attack through the Slasher then. That just picks it off. Yeah. I mean, that was a weird start. They kind of did go 1-for-1 for a while, but then they just didn't hit land, so kind of a non-game there. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider dropping a like, a comment, a subscribe. All that stuff is really helpful for the algorithm and drives the channel forward. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.